begun!
This is blasphemy! This is madness!
The Hardcast.
It's time for another side-scrolling episode of the Hardcast. I'm your host, Steven, and I'm joined by Chris.
I wish I could kick ass in a 2.5D world.
Tonight's review is about the multi-award-winning 360 arcade title, Shadow Complex, developed by Chair Entertainment and Epic Games, published by Microsoft Game Studios. You take the role as Jason Fleming, voiced by Nolan North, as he and his girlfriend, Claire, voiced by Eliza Jane Snyder, decide to go backpacking through a cave northwest. Claire enters first, leaving Jason to follow suit. What Jason finds in this cave is a 2D, 3D adventure in a hidden complex packed with soldiers, giant tarantula mechs, and a kidnapped girlfriend. Jason's struggle will involve destruction, mystery, exploration, close-quarters combat, and an advanced, fully integrated powered exoskeleton with a battle against the Progressive Restoration, a terrorist group intent on exciting a civil war in the U.S. So, Chris, did Shadow Complex teach you to quit when the going gets tough, or did you man up and stop another civil war?
Stopping civil wars is like everyday stuff for me. It was not a hard thing to do. I haven't had to quit in a while. Like maybe when I was 2 years old, I might have quit like sucking. But like as far as stopping coups d'etats and civil wars, that's that. I did that last week. This game was just old hat stuff for me.
But seriously, this game it was met with fantastic reviews. It was long anticipated, and when it finally hit, it was crazy. When it hit the Xbox, downloaded in a heartbeat. Like, I didn't plan on this game at all. I didn't plan on it. I heard about it, liked the whole 2D, 3D idea. I played the trial, fell in love, bought the game that day, that instant, okay? That right when the trial ended, I played it again, and then I bought the game. It was that serious for me. It was a fantastic experience. You move 2D, but the rest of the game is 3D. You could shoot 3D. The enemies fight you in 3D. The enemies are in 3D. They're way off in like balconies, like, in areas you cannot even hope to reach, but you can just shoot them from there. And like the close quarters combat, when you get in close, you can like do melee attacks, and he'll do this big ass combo, and the guy would like fall off the balcony 3D. All these little things. Like, oh my god, I couldn't. To explain it in words, like 2.5, this game is unbelievable. For an arcade title, it is unbelievable. How do you feel about it, Chris?
Pretty much the same. Definitely. I've been looking forward to this game for a while. It was of the summer of arcade titles. This was probably the one I was looking forward to the most, just because I saw the video. I knew Epic was involved. I didn't know too much about Chair. I know they had made the game Undertow for Xbox Live Arcade before, which had nice graphics at the time, but didn't really care for the game that much, didn't really do that well. But I knew Epic, they wouldn't get behind a game unless they really believed in it. And I saw the game, and I was like, damn, that game looks really nice. At first, because, I'm not that good at platformers and side-scrollers. I liked them back in the day, but it's just not my thing. Like, Bionic Commando Rearm kind of kicked my ass a bit. I was a little bit worried that this game would do the same, but, it was a good game. Like, I think it's a good entry-level, like, side-scroller game that everyone whether you're good at a side-scroller or not, will get a hell of a lot of enjoyment. More than $15 worth of enjoyment out of it. Way more.
Way more. This is like a $30 game. I would pay $30 for this game. It is fantastic. The quality, sheer quality, voiceover, cutscenes, graphics, gameplay. It is packed to the brim, and it just looks so fantastic. I'm not a guy for looks. The less graphics in the game, the more content and quality is in there. But for this game, like, it was packed with everything. It was pretty long if you search for everything. It was packed with cutscenes, lots of different things going on. Yeah, the story wasn't top of the line. They took it from a small portion of it from, Orson Scott Card's novel Empire. And they mentioned in E3, like Cliff Bleszinski, he actually mentioned that this game would segue into the sequel to the book, which is called Hidden Empire, due out later in 2009. But for the book, I want to read the book just to find out what this game's really about. What the actual Civil War and this everything that's really going on.
I can tell you, like, the book is not 2.5D, just so you know.
Yeah, damn. Oh, man, I really was waiting for that, man. I wanted, like, the pictures in the book, like a manga or something, man.
I am kind of wondering if Jason Fleming got laid, though. I mean, he went through a lot.
He better. He was against it. I mean, let's get into him. The game was just so good, but for him, he was like a lousy hero. I mean, he was like lazy and didn't want to do any work. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me! Over and over and over again. I'm like, shut up and do it, man. You're the only guy who can do it. You know, he's like, he's already fully dressed in the armor, and he's like, do I have to and shit like that. I'm like, you bitch, suit man up though. Like seriously, what a fag. But you know, when it got time to get serious, he like manned up quick. He's like, you know what?
Well, yeah, he manned up quick because it was me behind the controls. So you know,
that is true. That is true. You have to make a man up. Like when he's confronted by the enemies, like one of the bosses, like he's wearing an armored suit too, and he's like facing you. He's like, you know, disarm the armor and stand down. He's like, I don't think so. And he, you know, all of a sudden he's a badass. I'm like, man, you're a little punk, dog. So yeah, they could have made a better main character. But I still enjoyed him. Like hearing his voice in the cutscene. This game, quality-wise, was unbelievable. Phenomenal. Like reviews were through the roof. Some people who, you know, they grade games very, very hard. Still like 8.5, 9. Really, really high reviews. I haven't seen a negative review yet. One negative review about this game. It's a 2D side-scroller based off like the, you know, like you said, it's the Metroid series. You've got what was the other one? You've
Castlevania.
got Castlevania. You've got it all came back. Like Metroid, definitely. You've got the missiles the same way. You've got speed boosters. You've got double jumps. You've got the unlimited ammo feature in all your.
Yeah, a lot of collectibles, unlockables, challenges, all sorts of that. Proving grounds. There's a lot of replay value in the game. Make you go back and do things over again.
It was very, very well done. Unbelievable. Replay value is very nice. Like the minute I beat it, I try it again on a harder difficulty just to see what the game would be like. You get more experience. You level up just from filling in the map. Walking around, you gain a level. Jumping up a ladder, you gain a level. I mean, stuff like that. And it's just like, oh my God, I'm getting better and better. You know, just from walking around. You learn the map layout. The complex is huge, and you have to, you know, walk throughout the entire complex. And they make you understand like the majority of this game is definitely like 2D and 3D at the same time. You're walking 2D, 3D, but your character is 3D. They're shooting you. So just like I said, it's phenomenal quality. This is an arcade game with cutscenes, an arcade title with cutscenes, and a story, like compelling story enough that you can see the game progressing through as you're playing the game and you understand what's going on. Claire, like she was something else. Her, like you want to mention, I remember the part you said you hated when she's like, kiss me, and like, you know, that one part, remember? You didn't like her too much.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I just thought she was kind of annoying in the sense that, like, he just met her, and she wants to go rock climbing, and then she gets lost, and he has to go find her. And then the whole time, he's just trying to rescue her. And the next thing you know, like, she doesn't want to be rescued. She wants him to take down the facility. Bitch, they got people for that, you know? You should be happy that I even saved you. But of course, for the story to keep going, he goes off and he tries to destroy the complex and on, you know, and he does it, and it's just crazy. He did it all for the nookie.
Yeah, I hope he gets some in the end because he goes through hell for this girl, man. For the backstory, like Jason was trained in, you know, combat by his father in military and like gun, all the different aspects of fighting. He learned from his father, but he never think he would use it and practically use it. And in the end, you see one of the cutscenes is like, you had to be right, huh, Dad? And he picks up a pistol. He's like, fuck, yeah. Just got to save this bitch. A whole bunch of different gameplay mechanics. You've got hook shot. You've got missiles, a foam gun, which is the Metroid version of the ice gun. Latch onto a wall, and you can keep shooting your ice beam to make the icicle bigger, and you can use it as a platform. It'll break after a while, you know. I like the grenade mechanic where you shoot the grenade in the ice and they actually get stuck in there and then it'll blow up. And it'll blow up the entire icicle. The gates, when you shoot the gates, like you see them imploding more and more and then they blow up and stuff like that. A whole bunch of different mechanics go into this game. The missiles, the destruction, the explosion, the sound effects, all of it are through the roof. Epic Games, I don't know, man. They were on their stuff again. I mean, Gears of War wasn't enough for them, apparently. They have to shine in every game they make, but this is ridiculous. It was Unreal technology again, Unreal Engine 3, but still, like, unbelievable.
Well, the only thing missing was chainsaw duels. I want a chainsaw duel in 2.5D.
Oh, my God. There wasn't a chainsaw in the game. There's an assortment of weapons, pistols.
It's okay. There'll be downloadable content. Chainsaw duel.
You hear that, Epic? You gotta make chainsaw duels, man. It's not the same unless I cut somebody up. They should have put some type of blade. Like, you do enough close quarters combat. I mean, seriously. You get behind someone, you just press B, and you do this amazing, 2-second cutscene where he'd, punch the guy into submission, a bunch of different moves. They put a lot of effort, and it shows. That's how I knew. Just from the trial, I knew it. I said, forget it. How much points is it? 1,200? No problem. Here you go. I handed them. Here.